Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number AI-3 is related to artificial intelligence for secondary school to train them, and also this lecture is for the teachers also who are involved in teaching secondary school, and once they want to start artificial intelligence they have to make the students to understand the basic concept of human intelligence and artificial intelligence and in their applications. And as I have already told you that why we human beings are going for artificial intelligence, because of two reasons. First is its accuracy on the basis of data, less risk factor, and secondly, artificial intelligence can have unlimited data in trillions, multi-trillions. But in the case of human intelligence, we have limited data on the basis of information, experience, and that's why the mathematical computation, there is no match, and no doubt that artificial intelligence is far superior. So here in this topic that is based on information and data and how it is used for decision making. Decision making is one of the most important part of human history and human being, human lifestyle. And if correct decision making is not there, it can cause a lot of disaster. For example, nowadays, Elon Musk is very much involved in automation, that is autopilot, satellite, rocket, auto driver on the road, which is all based on decision making by data. And if any wrong data is there, the feed of any wrong data, correct data is not there, there can be serious accident in order to recognize the road, traffic, and take the decision. But human decision making is not only based on data, rather than previous experience and information. Previous information and experience, past and present, plays very important role for human decision making. And whatever decision humans are making or artificial intelligence machine is making, the main thing is that make sure that high risk is covered. The element of risk should be minimum. That is the main objective of decision making by data and by human experience. So here we have two types of this. One is human, and other one is that is your machine. And both are learning. I have already discussed this issue that they are trained. Training is going on. Training is going on. And then here also training is going on. So this training of human intelligence is based on information and day-to-day challenges and problem solving, that is experience of different variety of problem. But in the case of training of machine, it is by machine learning. And machine learning, I have already told you in previous lecture, it is narrow and general. Even in that narrow also we have deep learning and learning. So learning all are based on lot of data. So once it is only for learning means simple task it will do, maybe it will not do multitask. But when we are going for deep learning, that those possibilities I have already discussed. Here I am making very simple for secondary school students, so that after getting this basic knowledge, they will understand my all those lectures which are already on YouTube. So this decision making of machine is purely based on data input and data output. But in the case of human decision making, what intelligence human is using is that previous experience and latest correct information. If information is not correct, then decision making will be, I can say, incomplete or may not be appropriate or correct. Rather than there will be lot of uncertainty once he is making decision without correct information. In case if wrong information is given, on the basis of that wrong information, if he is making decision, any policy maker or any head of department or anybody family member, definitely it will not be correct decision and high risk will be there. And here human decision making is very important, especially in police and military. And their decision making is on the basis of mainly what information they are collecting, and on the basis of that information they are acting. So in case if information what they are getting is wrong, so whatever previous experience they have of problem solving will not work. So correct information in this information is the first condition of decision making by use of your intelligence. And I have already told you that definition of intelligence is what you see when you do not know what to do. That is today's very powerful definition of intelligence, that intelligence is what you see when you do not know what to do. Then decision making is a choice of action on the basis of information, on the basis of data, whether it is machine or human, is choice of action. A choice of action is very important. And here risk factor is there in choice of action. Risk factor is, for example, that is your smartness of decision making. Choice of action means, for example, if military, I am giving the example of Maiduguri. If in case in Maiduguri the military got the information, then near Alao Lake, in that forest, there are some terrorists and they may attack Maiduguri. And on that basis, military officer is going to counter them. But what he is going to face, that while he will go, there is two ways. Either they have to go and enter inside water, Alao Lake, then they can go to other side. Or the other way is to follow through forest, and where a lot of snakes are there to bite. Now he has to decide. He has to make action, choice of action, whether to go enter inside the water of Alao Lake and by swimming, by boating, to go, or let us follow the forest inside with all the poisonous snake. So in that case, if he is having proper uniform and very strong shoes, he can take this decision of crossing the forest, because he knows that if any snake is there, because of his powerful shoes, they cannot attack. And even if they are attacking, he can recover himself. He can crush with his all thing. But if he is following in the night, that is through water, if he is not doing swimming, or a boat if is not sure whether how much water is there, that is having high risk, and this one is having less risk. That is called intelligence and decision making. So here decision making is playing very important role. Another example, how human intelligence will work. There was flood in Maiduguri. So previous experience of those people who have already seen the flood in Maiduguri, maybe in 1992 or even 1970s or 60s, and those people, they had the previous experience and they have already gone through that problem. I mean, they have solved the problem. So on the basis of that, once there is flooding, they will advise, please don't go to that area which is of low land area, that is Shehu Palace, custom area, and post office, that area, zoo area, because it is their past experience that you will be in danger. Better shift to that side, Bama side, where the University of Maiduguri is there. So that decision making by human being is based on the basis of their past experience and present information. That will be accurate action. That is very, very important. That's why nowadays, before I am going to discuss the machine learning, deep learning, algorithm, language programming, all lectures are there, but they are all around that. That is how intelligence is used in decision making. Here, especially we have two types of intelligence. One is emotional intelligence. Other one is that is on the basis of reasoning and thinking. So you have two mind, conscious and subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is your emotional intelligence. You are driving. It is your emotional intelligence, your conscious mind. That your physical presence is there. And whatever happened, I mean, what is happening inside your body, you are getting breath, your heart is pumping, your blood is circulating, is all in subconscious. You will not notice. It is going on automatically in your body. But in driving, once you are not using your emotional intelligence, you will commit mistake. So there is big difference in this. And also, number two, intelligence is based on data and information. So in the case of data now, I mean, data, if I say, many of us will be taking very lightly, but at secondary level, at least you can give its application and use in a very simple way. Otherwise, then there will be supervised, unsupervised data, then purification of the data, and lot of unsupervised data. So lot of, purification of data is there, and where lot of scientists are involved, how to purify the data so that impure ones are filtered off and very specific ones are used for any our decision making or any type of work. So data is very, very important, and that plays very important role. And also, I have already told you, correct information is very important. Then correct information is important. Uncertainty in decision making without correct information. So wherever there is uncertainty, incomplete decision, it clearly indicates that the decision making person or group, they were not having correct information, or without correct information they took the decision, and that's why lot of confusion and uncertainty is there. So for anybody, as a human being or for any machine, once decision making matter comes, it has to be very very clear in information, correct information. Machine learning should have enough data on that particular matter. For example, in the case of attending the risk near Allow Lake case. So in that case, if suppose we have our artificial intelligence machine, unless it was trained by giving such type of data that what type of situations are coming and how to handle, it will fail. What flooding happened in September in Maiduguri, unless data is there, previous data, it will also, the machine which is trained by injecting billions of data is on the basis of previous information. That data is there. Accurate data is there in artificial intelligence also. So once it is not there, then it cannot make any decision, it cannot predict. So nowadays in advanced countries, every individual is having their data, their health data, entertainment data, surrounding data, everything. All villages in India, they have their data, that how many people are there, what is their behavior, how many animals are there, what are the different type of crops, water problem, this. Every agriculture A to Z, millions of data is there for particular village. For example, if we want to understand anything, that's why nowadays to make any decision, everywhere they are looking for data. Google is on top, super, because the richest all these companies is Google, because it has trillions of data. So those who are having more and more data, their accuracy, their decision making will be more and more accurate. So for example, in Bama, if you want to use AI, that what action should be taken, what decision should be taken. So there you should have at least billions of data for each and every atom, each and everything, each and every person for decision making. That's why I mentioned in previous lecture. Elon Musk automated automobile where they are on a road in USA without driverless. Only AI is driving. So why AI driving? Because all data is there in that algorithm is there, and that is taking care of the decision and risk factor they are covering on every there. They can recognize with their visual imaging like that. So here I have just concluded here. In conclusion, in order to make good decision, we need correct information or proper information about any person or any situation. Sometimes if you don't have correct information or proper information and you are making decision, it will be sometimes high risk. Nowadays criminals, they give wrong information, it is not correct. And lot of our officers, especially the military officers, police officers, and intelligence of people who are involved in that, human intelligence, they become victim. And serious casualties they face. So situation with factors and challenges. So I mean, with all those informations, and they have to see the situation and there the factors they have to face, and challenges means what type of risk is involved. And I have already given you the example to take decision. That decision is nothing but action, and that action is followed by your emotional artificial intelligence and what information you have, what previous experience you have. Without correct information input, we will become victim of unknown factor. Once our information is not correct, it's not authentic, oh, we are going to face very serious situation, and that consequences will be totally unknown factors, not known to decision maker. Then decision maker will face uncertainty of decision. He will not be certain that what decision he is making, with lot of high risk, maybe because he is not having the correct information. So correct information combination with previous experience will allow you to make correct decision where risk factor will be very less. That is uncertainty of decision making. In such situations, we do not make informed decision. That decision what we are making without getting proper or correct information, that is called decision without information, decision which is not informed decision. One is informed decision, means after correct information we have taken decision. Other one is without information we have taken decision, that is on the basis of guess, on the basis of probability, on the basis of assumption. It's all theoretical, because that is what your action will be as a decision maker. It may fire back. Once you are taking on the basis of guess, you are assuming on the basis of some probability factor. No, it is wrong. Then we are making decision that is really uncertain, indecisive. So for whether it is artificial intelligence decision making or human intelligence decision making, the correct data, correct information is very important. In the case of human decision making, correct information plus previous experience of problem solving will be excellent. And in the case of artificial intelligence decision making, a lot of enough pure data, supervised data, where it is well trained, will be very effective. So this is my humble request to all the secondary school teachers, that once the students are going for training, such type of knowledge should be given to them about the role of whether it is artificial intelligence or human intelligence in decision making. And that is very, very important. And all your ratio and calculation, everything is around that, how to cover the risk. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.